Amazon Prime is July 8th through the 11th, and this is the perfect time for me to share with you some of my favorite crafty supplies and crafty organizers that I get from Amazon. Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca Keppel, and each year around Prime Day, I try to share with you some ideas for crafting supplies and crafty organizers that you can grab at Amazon. Now, these won't necessarily be on Prime Day sales, although they might be, I just don't know. But it's a great time to, if you're buying some Amazon Prime Day deals, add in a few crafting supplies and crafty organizers that you can get, and they will just ship along with those other big ticket items that you might be buying. Now, I have made a bunch of these videos in the past, and so some of these supplies will be familiar to you if you've seen those videos. But these are items that I continue to purchase from Amazon because they work. So if you see something that's similar, that's why it's here. I do have a couple of new items that I've purchased recently and have been trying out to make sure they will work for you. And I'll include those first in the video, and then we'll go through and I'll relive a bunch of supplies that I am still purchasing consistently from Amazon for my crafting space. The first new item that I want to share with you today is this printer. It's a Lean printer. It's called Lean or Line, I'm not sure. And it is a dye sublimation, a thermal dye sublimation printer, meaning it doesn't have ink cartridges. It has a thermal cartridge and it uses heat. So you don't have to refill a bunch of messy ink all the time. I love the footprint is pretty small. It's not much bigger than a 4x6 photo. You can see that this little paper tray is on top. It actually magnetizes to the base. So when you have it on your shelf or in the closet or whatever it is, it really has a tiny footprint. And then you just attach this just by inserting it into that little open drawer there. And then you can actually hook it up to your phone and print photos from your phone. And you can probably do that to your computer as well. I love using my phone because I have so many photos on my phone that I would want to print out. And you can buy packages of paper and cartridges, and this is the quality that it prints, which I think is pretty phenomenal. The next new to me item is this electric wax seal warmer. I have been making wax seals for a while now, and I always use the tea lights, and I just don't love having an open flame in my craft area because there's lots of flammable stuff going on and we have two big dogs. And so I wanted to try out one of these electric wax warmers. I didn't spend a lot of money on this one, and I actually bought two of them, which I'll show you in a minute. And the warmer comes with the spoon, the warmer itself, and two little plastic tools. I'm using one of them to stir the wax right now. I found it very easy to use. You just turn on that button in the middle, let the wax heat up. Once it's melted to your liking, pour it out, and then I just trying to clean off the bottom of the spoon a little bit there. I place the spoon back in, and then you can place more wax inside. So with tea lights, sometimes I have issues where after a little while, the tea light has burned down and it's not producing enough heat, and I don't realize it until I'm halfway through melting beads, and it's just really nice to be able to plug and go. And here's a new wax seal that I created that was created with the Spellbinders wax seal of the month for July. This is the Acron 64 drawer organizer. I've shared this before, but in the last time I shared it, I was going to use it for sequins. And I decided to use it for other things. So I have wax seal handles and wax seal beads. I also have some small threads and some washi tape rolls because the drawers are pretty big and long. So you can definitely use them for sequins, but some larger items fit really well in there as well. This is another one I've shared as well. These clear folders are how I store my colorful cardstock, my 8.5 by 11 inch cardstock. Now, the bottom of the folder is flat, so it doesn't look like it can hold very much, but you'll see that I am able to fit at least 25 sheets of colorful cardstock, and these are heavyweight colorful cardstock from Spellbinders. So this isn't 25 here, but you can see that the bottom just bends a little bit, and that's fine. It doesn't bend the paper. It's just the folder actually bends a little bit. But I love that you can see the colors from the outside. And if you place the open side out, you can just grab the paper that you need really easily. I just slide it out, and then if I don't want it, I slide it back in. So I am still using these folders. I must have bought, I don't even know, like multiple times. Every time I get new cardstock, I buy another pack because I just love having colorful cardstock surrounding me in my office. It just looks really pretty, and I love the fact that you can stuff at least 25 sheets in there, and there you go. You can see that rainbow of cardstock that is behind me whenever I'm creating a video. I've shared these clear nail polish organizers before as well, but I wanted to show some new product in them because I used to store lots of different things in them. I still do. I store different ink refills and things like that, but I have the new Simon Hurley solar sprays in there. I have the Distress Spritz behind it. So even though the Distress Spritz are a thinner bottle, they still work in there as long as you line up a whole bunch of them together so that they're not flopping around too much. I put my swatches in there. And I use these little paints, the distress paints. So I have those in there. And then I have the extra Simon Hurley spritz tops, the nozzles. So you really can put a lot of different things in there. And every time I get a new item, I think, oh, where can I organize it? Can I place it in one of these? You can see I have the refills for the Simon Hurley inks in here. And I also have the new brushes. Now, the new brushes are a wider base than some of the other tools that I put in here. So what I do is I place the bristles in, and then I just set the rim of the brush on top. So it's not going all the way down, but it works out. The other things that I put in these organizers are foil rolls. You can see other refills. You can see some alt new blending brushes and other things like that. The next item I have ordered so many times I can't even tell you. So this is the Hammermill Premium Color Copy Cover. This is cardstock that I use all the time. It's very bright white. It's 100-pound cardstock. You can buy a whole ream, and I believe the last time I bought it, it was about $23. So that is not bad for this really high quality cardstock. I like it because it's ultra smooth. So you can do things like foiling with it with a glimmer machine, but you can also ink blend and stamp and all the other techniques that you like to do with your cardstock. I recently mentioned a white gel pen that I am still using, and this is it. I have ordered this many times from Amazon, although not as many as you would think because this one actually lasts. So the Pentel Milky Pop White Gel Pen is bright white, it's opaque on colorful cardstock, and it does not dry out as fast as some of the others that I've tried in the past. So this remains one of my absolute favorites. I still use it to this day. I still order it when I need a new one, or when I know I'm going to be using it a lot, I might grab a new one so that I have one fresh. But they really do last a lot longer than most white gel pens. Now, some of the card making brands are actually on Amazon, and Spellbinders is one of them that you can get a bunch of their supplies on Amazon. So I love these large blending brushes from Spellbinders. These are very, very soft. It's like the softest brush I've ever felt in my life, honestly. And that just makes it a very smooth transfer of ink. So I typically am very heavy-handed with my ink, and that can often lead to finding lines in your ink blending when you don't want them. So I like to use these large, fluffy blending brushes, especially when I'm blending a background like this, where I can just add little bits of color at a time. So if I want more color, I'll just keep going in and adding another layer. But just look at how soft And it's just absolutely amazing how light that is, considering how I can never achieve that look with any other brush. One of the things that gets a lot of use in my office is a die cut machine. So I love the Platinum 6 die cut machine. I love using the universal plate system, and all of the new Platinum 6 come with this universal plate system. But if you have an older version, you can just buy the plates, and the plates are great. Also, you can also grab on Amazon the clear plates, just a couple of the clear plates. And I just replace those whenever I want to, because see, this one is like filthy. It's like absolutely filthy. So it's not warped or anything, but it's just so dirty and it's hard to get it clean. So I'll probably be using a new plate soon. The other item from Spellbinders that I really like to use is the Glimmer Machine. I use it quite a bit, and you can grab that on Amazon as well. So this is a foiling system that allows you to use plates and foil rolls. And here's a couple of foiled backgrounds that I've created recently using the Glimmer Machine and Glimmer plates from Spellbinders as well. While we're talking machines and systems, I would be totally remiss if I did not mention the Spellbinders Better Press. I absolutely love this Better Press. This system is so easy to use. All you do is put the plate down on the magnetic base that I just did there. Then you're going to tape down a piece of Better Press cardstock onto the clear plate, and then you're going to ink up the Better Press plate. Now, I love using the Spellbinders Better Press inks. You can use any inks that you love to use on Better Press plates. The other thing to remember about Better Press plates is that you can also use them in the Glimmer. So this design right here, I could foil if I wanted to, but I want to show you just kind of an ombre look of 3 different Spellbinders Better Press inks on this Better Press plate. I'll flip that cardstock over, it all magnetizes together, and then I just need to grab my Platinum machine, pull that out, and then place this through the Platinum machine. No other plates are involved. It's just the Better Press plates. And run that through, and that's it. There's no learning curve here. Honestly, I promise you. I know that with foiling and stuff, people, have trouble sometimes, and you have to change the sandwich a little bit or adjust depending on your cardstock. But with Better Press, it really is just get it and go. And look at how beautiful and intricate the image comes out. It's so much better than just straight up stamping, honestly. So the one thing I like to grab also is the archival cleaner from Ranger. That's a great way to clean off your Better Press plates and platform. It does have a slightly oily feel to it. So what I like to do is just kind of dab it down onto the plate and let it just kind of soak up some of that ink. And then I grab some type of rag that doesn't have any kind of lint or anything that goes with it. And I'm using basically a white t-shirt rag, and then just scrub it away until it is completely clean and you've gotten the oily residue off. Now, you can absolutely go in with something like a wet wipe or something to take off the archival, but you don't have to. You can absolutely just keep scrubbing at it a little bit, and you will get most of the ink off. It will not transfer to your next project once you've cleaned it really well. And again, I like to just use this dauber because you can daub it right onto the platform. See, I had a little bit of black ink there, and it wipes right off. So my biggest tip is to do it as soon as you can after your project is done, rather than waiting a day or so, because that ink can stain a little bit. But look at all of that ink I got off that plate. It's just a great cleanser to have around. I hope you found some of these ideas for items that you can get from Amazon for your crafting supplies and crafting organizers really helpful, and I've linked everything in the YouTube description box below this video. I also have a link to a space on Amazon where I directly link a lot of the things that I use consistently, and there you'll find also links to, say, cameras that I use and other things that I use for my crafting job. If you don't have Prime, they usually have a deal where you can try it out for a couple of weeks, and then you can just cancel it if you decide it's not for you, but you'll be able to take advantage of these prime deals and add in these crafting supplies as well. I want to thank you so much for stopping by and spending time with me today. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you again soon.